Great. Thank you, Allison. Thanks so
No
much
problem.
for hopping on to talk with me. I appreciate it. So
Thank you.
how long have you been performing?
Since about 2010,
Okay.
locally, yeah, I started in friends' garages and just doing the social bits for a long time. But a friend of mine who was getting back into it himself invited me on stage, and we sort of just took off with it since then.
That's fantastic. I
Mhm.
am learning a lot about the different musicians. Um, and it seems to be that friends are a huge component in getting people started in performing, like being that little cheerleader, like you can do it, let's or come join me. And I love that so much. I really have enjoyed hearing all these different stories. So who would be some of your musical influences?
Oh, that's a big one. Myself, there's quite a few of that. Most of my influences are either going to be between vocal and songwriting. So, vocal, I'm looking at any Nancy and Ann Wilson apart, um, Janis Joplin, but probably most notably would be Stevie Nicks. As
Okay.
any
Yeah.
as a, as any true kind of classic rock girl at heart,
Yeah. Yeah.
would lean that way. Yeah.
So what is it about Stevie Nicks that influences you so much or influences you?
There's something about the combination of the songwriting and the voice, just kind of, it's a bit of a grip and it pulls you in no matter which way she's singing. And I find it draws me in.
Yeah.
And I would love to sing with just as much passion, whether you're, going all out or you're not.
Mhm.
There's just something that's really kind of fetching. And I mean, I feel like that's not even enough of a word, but it really goes to get you. And I feel like it's worked just as well. It worked.
Yeah, and she's kind of a badass too, to be honest.
Well,
Like she's just cool, like not in a bad way, but like just
no, I
she's
know that.
amazing.
Uh, there's two clips. I mean, there's the signature Silver Spring 1997 live version that most people have seen her, the Fleetwood Mac, with her
Uh-huh.
singing, and you feel like she's literally casting a
Yeah.
spell. But there's another clip that you can find of her singing backstage. I guess it was part of when they were demoing a song before releasing it. And it's a Rolling Stone photo shoot. And she's getting her makeup done. And her, I think it was future sister-in-law, are just going through the song and just watching them get in a trance with each other singing. I went, oh my God, the talent is just
Mind blown.
overwhelming
Yeah.
and yet effortless. And I think that's what I appreciate a lot about, another thing I guess I would appreciate about
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So how does or does being a northerner help shape you as an artist? And if so, how so?
I would say yes. There's something that when I think of Northern, I've been born and raised here. You always feel there's a bit of a small town mentality, and small town mentality is that it's a bit of a nook. So you take care of the little pieces that you are. So between a lot of family time and learning to play music from my dad, my uncle, and cousins, all playing music together, we have very long winters here. So what do you do? Our longest season. So you're getting together with friends, which it's longtime friends, lifelong friends, that you're spending those long seasons together if you can't be outside in the cold, which results in basements, garages, around a table with friends, and you're playing music until a restaurant opens up for breakfast. And anybody who's still standing. So, it's that, to me, is what something north and small feels like.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a communal get together,
Yeah.
be it
I love
family and
that.
friends and all things combined. That's, to me, what the north kind of brings together for us.
Yeah, I love that. That's, I
Mm-hmm.
think, a perfect description. So, what is your opinion of a fantastic performance, as in when you're performing or even when the performance is done and you're walking off stage and you're like, what is it about that performance that makes you think, man, I really nailed that, or I really connected with the audience?
It's that, what you just said, it's the connection end.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's easy in a way to build a set list and have an idea what you're going to go do for a night, and I think that's great, and it's great planning, and it, you're putting out probably well rehearsed material. But I think I think what really makes my best performances is when you can kind of connect with your audience, be it with, taking requests and things like that. I think it bodes well to read a room, listen to your audience, maybe not all the loud ones at the back, even though I love them the most usually, but connect with them, and you'll see you're going to play songs that, hey, somebody hasn't heard maybe in 10, 15 years, or it means a lot to them. And when you start to build that connection, you can feel it. And you also you build your confidence, and you feel a sense of now community. And I guess you almost know that they'll probably be more forgiving if I happen to slip something up, because now I'm among friends and we're pardoning each other throughout this whole thing. We're helping each other out. And I think that is what probably makes my best performances.
Yeah. And it probably creates an even better experience for the listener too, because they're actually participating with you. And there's something incredibly powerful about that.
Well, other than that, they could probably just stay at home and listen to music, or sorry about the light. Or they could, come out and listen to you and what you're offering them as a whole. Which why not give them? I don't know what's happening. Why not give them more? They've come out to see you, so put all out for them. Yeah,
absolutely. So what do you think is going to be the best part about being part of the Northern Arts Festival?
I think the best part is going to see how much everybody here just loves what they do and why they're doing it, which is for myself, above all, it's the enjoyment and seeing I can play guitar all night at home if I want, or I can do it for others and get that feedback. And I think to see a lot of people doing their version of that will be the fun and most entertaining and kind of like enriching thing to see, is going to see everybody putting a little bit of passion forward again, when I think we've just had a bit of a harder time in the last few years. It's going to be nice to see everybody, one, getting together in some shape or form, and two, being a little more human again and connecting. Shows that vulnerability again.
Yeah, that connection seems to be a running theme. What I'm hearing, I love that. That's so needed, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, Allison, thank you so much for being part of the Sudbury Performance Group's Northern Arts Festival. We're really excited to see what you're going to bring to the table. It's going to be great.
Well, thanks so much for having me, Amy. I'm looking forward to it.
You're welcome. It was so nice to meet you, and I look forward to it. When are you performing?
I will be performing on the 13th at Finn McCool's.
Okay.
From 6:30 to 9:30, and the Sunday. This light is loving it. And Sunday at the Trevi from 5 to 6.
This coming Sunday, the 11th?
No, on the 18th.
On the 18th. Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Yes.
Great. Yeah. Well, thank you again, and enjoy the rest of your night. Good luck with your light.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, Paralee. Thanks.